Good morning, everybody. Time for another shave review. This time, the Club's American Pie. So this was a summer release this year for 4th of July. I believe it was released on the 28th of June. Peter decided to put out a special edition scent specifically for the 4th of July. Of course I went ahead, I ordered it, and again, this is a club soap. This uses the same formula as the Ariana and Evans soaps. So a lot of people get confused between, is it a club soap, is it an Ariana and Evans soap? So the difference being is that Ariana and Evans is his retail line. Ariana and Evans are the soaps that you're going to find at all the wholesalers and retailers that you'll find online, like West Coast Shaving does carry Ariana and Evans. Top of the Chain carries Ariana and Evans. There's going to be a couple of overseas retailers that carry it as well. That's also their widely accessible storefront. If you go to arianaandevans.com, you can get their soaps there. The club soaps are only available to club members at the Shaving Shop Club. So with that being said, because it's such a limited availability, Peter can get a little bit more risque with some of his labeling. There's a couple coming out here shortly that Peter's shown pics of the labels of, and they're not safe for work. I'll put it that way. Not that there's anything bad on them. They're actually very tastefully done, but at the same time, they could get people a little bit up in arms. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So packaging wise, it is a glossy label. You guys know how I feel about that. I prefer the matte, but that is a nitpicky thing. Again, the tub for all of Peter's soaps is very well done. There is a small bottom label that it doesn't look like it's waterproof, but again, that's kind of nitpicky for a bottom label that really isn't, that shouldn't be getting wet. And tub is fairly decent. It does have a side label right here. The bottom label, by the way, has the ingredients on it, which I'll put right here. So while you're reading that, scent off the tub. So American Pie. There's nothing more American than apple pie, right? So this is scented like an apple pie, with a lot more going on behind it. So if you just took it and you went, you're going to get apple pie. You're going to get that apples. So you put green and red apples. So here's the scent description right here. So you can see there's a lot more stuff going on behind the apple pie stuff, and it seems like it's going to be really, really nice to use. So with that being said, all right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started here. I'm going to rinse. I'm doing something a little bit differently. So we're going to be using the Brad Sears Yokozuna. This is a 30 millimeter right here. This is a 3-band Manchurian. It's quite nice. Backbone is a little bit limited, and then for the razor today, it hasn't been really 24 hours since I've shaved. So we're going with a DE today. Today is going to be a Fat Boy. I've got it set to setting 5. This has been replated by somebody on eBay whose name escapes me right now. I haven't seen him put up any more replated DEs or vintage razors, but it's very well done. I enjoy the colors. I happen to like blue. So here's my setup right here. This is where my shaving brush was dumped in. So again, lukewarm water with the towel, lukewarm to hot water. Towel's got hot water in it, so I will use that after I get my lather whipped up. I'm going to put a little bit more bloom water on the soap. Okay. That gets dumped into here. And then we take what water's left over here and the brush and just start loading. So the one thing I do like about Peter's soaps is they don't take a long time to load. And you get immediate feedback on, I mean, within 5 or 10 seconds of starting to load, you get that nice stringy lather, which I really like. That gets me excited. You can see this. It's that stringy lather, which I really, really enjoy. And that's a hair. So we're going to keep going because it's just soap. That should be good. Got a pretty good load on that. This is a 30mm brush, so and I've got quite a bit of bloom water going on in here. So let's go ahead and whip this up. I'm not sure, but this might be the first time I've used a badger brush on the lather cam. Now, I can tell you this is sitting a good 2.5 feet below my nose, and I'm getting whiffs of this. That's impressive. So strength of scent off the tub is probably, I don't know, maybe in the 2.5 to 3 out of 5. Maybe even a 2. I would say 2 to 2.5 off of the tub. So it's there. You kind of have to stick your nose in it to really get a good feeling for it. But if I'm smelling it from 2 feet away, then this is really bloomed out. The one thing I will say for this knot is that it is extremely dense. So it does have a tendency to be a lather hog. It'll hold on to the lather and not release it. But it does whip up a good lather, as you can see. Over here. But as you can see, I do have to be vigilant for the occasional stray hair that fall out of it. Which really, honestly, if I lose 2 or 3 hairs out of this brush, it'll still last me 10 to 15 years because it's got that many hairs packed in there. Is that dense a brush. Still a bit. It's still not quite where I want it. There we go. Now we're getting there. Getting some good volume too. Yeah, waking up a little early today. Got stuff to do. It's about 2 or 3 hours earlier than I normally wake up. 2 or 3? Yeah, 2 or 3. That's about good. That's about right. Okay, so this is what we're dealing with from a lather perspective. Again, booger lather. It's got that nice gelatinous feel to it. Oh yeah. Kind of like one of those boogers that you sneeze and yeah. Sorry, I had to give you the visual. So now that you got the lather made, all right, I'm gonna go ahead, finish my pre-shave prep, and I will be right back and we'll shave with the soap and I'll give you my impressions of how the soap feels on the face. All right, I'll be right back when we finish my pre-shave prep, and we'll get on with the shave. All right, guys, we're back. Let's get right into this. Okay, so if you can remember the scent notes, I'll put them here one more time. Of course, there's the apples and all the stuff that make up the apple pie, but as well all the florals, and those are really starting to come out, as well as the sandalwood. Strength of scent, I would say in the yeah, it didn't bloom all that much, about a 3 out of 5. So let's go ahead and get into this. So I'm using a Fat Boy, again, Fat Boy with a Perma-Sharp on its third or fourth use. Third use. This is its third use. Alright. First pass done. A little bit quicker than the straight razor. Typical Ariana and Evans. Alright, it has, I mean, this soap scores a 54 out of 55 for me, so it's a known performer. So this formulation with the goat's milk is only surpassed for me by Declaration Grooming. So it's definitely one of my favorites, which is why I really don't have that big of an issue. Really enjoying the scent. Truth be told, it is on the gourmand side of the house. I typically don't like gourmandy scents. But there's enough going on in the background to kind of diffuse the desire to go eat it. Not that I would eat the soap. Might be a good way to clean your system out. No, don't want to try it. Alright, pass 2. In the books. Just to show you guys how good the residual is on this stuff. I can't feel the blade. I mean, it's phenomenally good residual slickness on this soap. I know some people don't get that. I just, with the water out here, I use bottled water for all my shaves. So maybe that's the difference. Is, I know some people have a hard time with their water. But so, unlike Chad, I'm not going to do the soapy hands afterwards to show you lather. I don't have. A sink to wash my hands off. Figured with the DE, this would be a good opportunity for you guys to see my full 3 passes. Okay. So when I say in my journal, I do with the grain, you guys see it's north-south, north to south. This pass that I'm just doing right now is very similar to what I used to do for a straight across the grain pass. But the second pass that I do is what I really changed up. A little weeper right there. Oh well, not a big deal. This PermaSharp seems like it's a little better fit for my Timeless. But I wanted to use the American Pie. I'm not going to do any cleanup. I could afford to. I don't do an against the grain pass. It allows me, if I don't do an against the grain pass, to shave every day. So, face feels good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the shave here, do my post-shave routine, and I'll be back in a second to give my final thoughts on the soap. All right, guys, we're all done. So today we used the Club American Pie. Again, this was a July 4th release prior to the July 4th of this year for the July 4th for Independence Day. We used a Fat Boy on setting 5 with a PermaSharp blade on its 3rd use and the Big Brad Sears brush. We did follow up with the matching aftershave splash as well as the Ariana Nevins post-shave serum number 2, and we also used a little bit of Davidoff hot water. The spices actually went quite well with the apple pie smell. So overall impressions of the soap, it is on the gourmand side of the house. Strength of scent, as I noted during the shave, blooms out to about a 3, not much more than that. And I mean, it's on the gourmand side of the house without being overly gourmandy. Is it something I'm going to want to use every day? No. It's definitely not my desert island soap. Is it enjoyable? Is it a fun scent? Yes, it's one of those scents that's going to put a smile on your face when you use it. Performance-wise, I mean, as I noted during the shave, this soap base performs outstanding for me. So this is one of my favorite soap bases. So performance isn't a question for me. Performance is great. It scores a 54 across the board. I think the 54 out of 55. I think the only place that it's short is, I think it scored a 9.5 in slickness and 9.5 in moisturizing. I think those are the two scores where it was short at. And yeah, I mean, it's just a really good soap base, and you'd be, everybody, in my opinion, and I don't work for this vendor, I don't work for this soap maker, but it's worth finding a scent that you like, at least one, for Ariana and Evans or the club, and picking it up and seeing what the goat milk is all about. But yeah, you can find this soap is only available to members at theshavingshopclub.com. So yeah, that's my video for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't come and checked us out at the Shaving Cadre, go ahead and stop on by www.theshavingcadre.com. Our bingo game is getting ready to start up here very shortly, and we got a bunch of member-driven videos. The video forum is just absolutely exploded, and I want to thank Dave, Chad, and Chris for giving us the forum and the place to really express ourselves on our videos. So really appreciate that, guys. Other than that, come by, see us, www.theshavingcadre.com. See you there. Peace.